The following preamble to the party's constitution summarizes the party's application of Marxism-Leninism to American conditions. It briefly presents the content of the party program, its strategy, and tactics. It also describes the nature and role of the party as the Leninist party of the new type in the United States. The Party of Communist USA, PCUSA, bases its theory generally on the scientific, humanist, and democratic heritage of mankind, and particularly on the principles of scientific socialism as developed by Karl Marx, Frederick Engels, Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, and Stalin. The Party of Communist USA interprets, applies, and strives to develop further in accordance with the requirements of the American class struggle, democratic traditions, and customs. In the struggle for democracy, peace, and social progress, the Party of Communist USA strives to carry forward the revolutionary democratic traditions of Jefferson, Paine, Lincoln, and Frederick Douglass, and the great working class and socialist traditions of William Sylvis, Eugene Debs, and Charles E. Ruthenberg. In the struggle for socialism and against U.S. imperialism and fascism, the Party of Communist USA seeks no narrow sectarian monopoly. It fights side by side with all who struggle for socialism and against U.S. imperialism and fascism, and seeks to unite with all socialist-minded and democratic-minded Americans to preserve our civil liberties and to achieve socialism. The Party of Communist USA is the political party of the working class, and is dedicated to the interests of all working people and the oppressed. Its aim is a socialist society on the road to building communism. Socialism-communism will act in the interests of the people and the planet, rather than for the profit of capitalist corporations. Only through abolition of the capitalist system and the socialist reorganization of society can exploitation of one human being by another be ended, and with it the evils of oppression, war, racism, misogyny, poverty, and environmental destruction. Capitalist democracy is based on the domination of our economic and political life by the owners of the multinational and other large monopoly corporations. This will be replaced by socialist reorganization of society based on the public ownership and operation of the means of production within a state led by the working class. Socialism will initiate the end to the system of private profit and build support for a new worldwide social and economic system based on peace and equality. Socialism will be the start of effectively addressing the problem of racial and ethnic conflict within the United States, including assimilating new arrivals to our shores. At the center of the PCUSA program is the struggle for world peace, democracy, equality, opposition to all forms of bigotry, and for improvement of daily living conditions of all working people. Among the highest priorities of our party is support for the right of labor to organize. Within the labor movement, we emphasize workers struggling for jobs and full employment, improvement of working conditions, and aiding union organizing. The struggle for the equality of all peoples is essential to social progress. Full economic, political, and social equality is the goal of the PCUSA. The fight for the full equality of women is also the struggle of the whole party. Women constitute 1/2 of the population, but are treated as second-class citizens. Historically, they are paid less for the same work a man does. Monopoly capital and the U.S. government it dominates continually press in a reactionary, repressive direction, curtailing the democratic rights of the people and increasing the threat of fascism. Our party continually fights against this danger to expand the democratic rights of the people. The working class is the only class capable of leading the people against capitalism and to socialism. It faces the capitalist class daily at the point of production and on all other fronts of class struggle. Because of our position in the system of production, our working class, through organization, have the greatest potential for taking political power. The PCUSA is part of the working class and a partisan of their interests. Through daily struggle, the PCUSA works to increase the class and socialist consciousness and the need for the political independence of the working class to unite our class to defeat the main tools of capitalist division, racism, and anti-communism. Our party assists in bringing working people into the leadership of a growing all-people's alliance with all class and social strata whose interests clash with those of the monopolies. Only such an all-people's alliance with the working class and black people and other oppressed nationalities at its core can curb the power of the monopolies and open the path to the socialist reorganization of society. The PCUSA plays this leading role because it is based on scientific socialism, identified as Marxism-Leninism, and its organizational principle of democratic centralism. The PCUSA recognizes and fights for identity of interests among workers of all countries, and for the right of oppressed people for self-determination, which is also in the true national interests of each country. In this spirit of working-class internationalism, the PCUSA cherishes its solidarity with the world communist movement and the socialist countries. It also strives for the closest bonds with the working class of other capitalist countries. In the struggle against U.S. imperialism, the world's most powerful and aggressive imperialism, our party works to build the solidarity of the U.S. working class with the developing countries, the national liberation movements, and especially with the victims of U.S. imperialist aggression, exploitation, and domination. Only through this world working class solidarity and anti-imperialist unity can peaceful coexistence, as outlined by Lenin and Stalin, be assured, and the world saved from nuclear war. For the advancement of these principles, the Party of Communist USA follows a constitution that was democratically formulated in 2014 at our inaugural gathering.